people to name something you wouldn't try even once. Matthew.
Sex on a train.
So that was a fucking lie.
Okay, well, she wants me inside her. What's crumbling and bubbling, everybody? My name is Avers Puma. Welcome back to Sakura Succubus. Last time we got taken home by a beautiful executive CEO, and now we're back in the middle of nowhere. The next day, safe. I jump onto the train seconds before the automatic doors close. In my haste, I push a couple of businessmen wielding briefcases to the side, and they tut at me disapprovingly. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I apologize to these men, my head bowed, and as any good youngster should, it's important to remember one's manners after all, even on a day like this. It's a Monday morning, and the weather is swelterly hot. I woke little after 6:30, had a shower, ate a hurried breakfast, pulled on my clothes, and then headed to the train station. It's like me in the morning, I just drag ass. I got on the train around 7:30 as per usual, and now I'm ready for my daily hour commute to work. If my calculations are right, I should get to work around 8:30. Though my workday doesn't technically start to 9 o'clock, my boss is a hard ass and he likes everybody to be present and accounted for far earlier. It'd be nice if I got paid a little extra for coming in half an hour early and staying behind hours later, but that's not how the world works, unfortunately. Yeah, we're a bunch of fucking sops, that's what we are. My boss isn't just a hard ass, he's also incredibly stingy. If I could find a better job a little closer to home, I accept it in a heartbeat. But it's precisely because I can't find a better job than this that I've been stuck at this place for at least 3 years. It's enough to make a man cry, really. Well, when my boss learns the full extent of my failures over the last weekend, I might not have to worry about this commute much longer. Marina said she put me in a good word to my boss, but I don't know how much weight her reassurances will hold. She may be famous, but my boss isn't the sort of person to be swayed by celebrities. The train sways back and forth, rattling down the track. This particular compartment is full to bursting, and I'm being jostled from all sides of grumpy men and women. The train takes a curve and I slip backwards, and I accidentally stand on a businesswoman's foot, and she glowers at me. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I seem to be upsetting everybody today. Talk about losing friends and alienating people. I try to shuffle away from the woman, but there's no one else I can really go. There's barely an inch of free space in this miserable compartment, and my sides being poked and jostled with intrusive elbows. It's a hot summer's day, and the inside of this overcrowded train feels like a sauna. I already showered once this morning, but I'm already sweating. I hope I don't smell bad. Time ticks by far too slowly, and the train pulls at a stop, and mercifully, a few people get off, including the woman whose foot I'm stepped on. Finally, I can breathe, but not for long. A new influx of people get on the train, more taken up for those who stepped off. Now the compartment's even more crowded than ever. Oh, who's this little cat girl ear-wearing person? I'm hemmed by the doors, and a businessman behind me and a young girl to the front. I can't see the girl's face, but to wager against her age, I put her in her early 20s. She looks 18. She isn't wearing a high school uniform, which rules out the possibility she's a high school student. Maybe she attends a local university. Her hair is dyed a crazy shade of blue, and she's wearing a pink jacket coupled by a pair of very short shorts. You can see the jeans rips in all of them. That's not what button I was supposed to press. She pressed against me so intimately I can smell her. She, unlike the other grumpy commuters on this train, smells fresh and sweet, like a cinnamon. Her hair, in particular, is delectable. Now I'm aware of how good this mystery girl smells. I'm more anxious than whatever I might smell of. Silly thought it is. I like to make a good impression of her. Really can't see her face, but I'm sure she's cute. Only a cute girl wears shorts as daringly tiny as hers. I imagine that girl in my head, as I often do during my commutes to work. I mean, there's not got anything else I can do. I fashioned her with a pair of large eyes, fringed with long lashes, and a button nose. She'll have pursed lips, pink cherry blossoms, also two sweetly blushing cheeks, and a nice body. I don't even need to wonder what her body's like because I can feel it pressed against me. It's possible that she could be thinking an honest mistake on a girl's parts, but is she grunting or what? Is someone going at it? Now she's moaning. Okay, this isn't good. I want to escape before the things escalate any further, but that's impossible. The train's too busy. This girl's be trapped, and she must know it. How am I gonna wiggle out of this one? Hey, I draw closer to the girl, a risky move, I know, and bring my lips to her ear. You might be aware of this, but you, I swallow. You're kind of pressing against me. I hope that is some sort of misunderstanding. With a bit of luck, the girl would squeak an alarm and back away, her face burning. I like to resolve this problem peacefully without disturbing the people around us, but... I know. The girl replies swiftly with a nary trace of embarrassment in her tone. What do you mean you know? I know what I'm doing. That was the worst fucking voice I could ever give her, Cole. You do? Then why don't you stop? I don't want to. This is too much fun. This might be fun for you, but you're making me squirm. But this is a real problem for me. It's a problem? You don't like it? Settings, safe. I'm a man of culture. I like it a bit too much. No, that's not it. I like it more than I should. If this keeps going, we'll both be in trouble. Really? Yes, really. This is dangerous, so... I don't get it. If you like it, then we should keep going. I want to make you happy. Ugh, I'm not getting through all at all. In fact, I think I may have made things worse. Marina wasn't joking. You smell incredibly good. I just want to be close to you. Hiroki. Well, I'm going to jail. The girl grabs my hand to her chest, and she pulls her shirt to one side, exposing one of her boobicles, then pressing my palm against it. I gasp at the moment my palm makes contact with her malleable flesh. Her breast feels soft to the touch, but her exposed nipple is hard and perky. I rub it experimentally with my fingertips, and she moans. Her ass grinds against my crotch with increased intensity. Her head tips back, and a few strands of her short, croppy hair brush against my cheeks. I wonder if she's starting to get wet. Oh, God. I read that out loud. Thank God my frickin' door is closed. Her nipples are hard. Well, nipple singular. I've only touched one, so she's obviously aroused. What a dirty girl she is. We're on a train surrounded by dozens of people. The girl's pushed up against one of the windows, and she's shielded by my back. She has a bit of cover of her prying eyes, but there's always a chance someone might hear one of her moans. She's not exactly being discreet about this. Well, apparently I gotta touch her more. My hands are big and manly, okay. The girl moans, her voice heavy with desire. She grinds against my pants. By this point, my crotch is incredibly hard. My sword rubs against the fabric of my pants, which sends a thrill of indecent pleasure running through my body. I've had fantasies about having smacks in a public before, but I think a lot of people have, in the sheer volume of pornos that is to be believed. It's a fairly common fantasy, but all it is, a fantasy. I never once entertained the serious notation of these dreams coming true. There's too many hurdles involved when it comes to public coitus. It's a crime, for one thing, and for another, it sounds incredibly embarrassing for both parties involved. I don't want anyone to figure out what's happening, but it might be too late to stop now. Okay, well, she wants me inside her. Her voice constrained. The girl moves one trembling hand to her shorts. She pulls them to one side and... Oh, fuck. Well, I guess I'm fucked. I'm not getting out of this one alive, dude. Well, I'm back from the public screwing session that would just occurred in my head. I make my way to work, the soles of my shoes slapping against the sidewalk. After the little incident on the train, I feel obliged to get off a few stops earlier than the usual. I couldn't bring myself to stay on that train surrounded by all those good men and women after everything I've done. It would have been way too embarrassing. I gasped for air as I went through my Tokyo's busy streets. Men and women in business attire are throng around me, and veritable armies of high school students in their crisp white uniforms chat and giggle excitably. They all look so young and carefree. The girls with their plaited hair and blue plaid skirts, and the boys with their sports bags slung over their shoulders and scuffed black shoes. What wouldn't I give to be a teenager again? They don't know how easy they have it, including college man students. It hurts. My encounter with the mysterious girl on the train might have taken my mind off a few things for a few minutes. Did our Eliason truly finish so fast? But now my doubts are starting to catch up with me. It doesn't matter how quickly I walk, I can't outstrip my fears. What am I gonna do when I see my boss? What is he gonna say? My head might as well be on a chopping block. This day's shaping up to be a crazy one. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. I've only been awake for a handful of hours. Maybe when I get to work, I'll find my boss just transformed into a cute girl. That's quite a disturbing thought, actually. You know what? Let's not pursue this train of thought any longer. Really, though. If I get to work, if oh my god, your ill-tempered boss has transformed into a cute girl overnight, I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, it'd just be one more drop in an ever-expanding ocean. After we just fucked on a train, I don't want to think about that at all, dude. Yeah. We're in the shit place. Let's go. Business. My work is called business. But to my relief, though not necessarily surprise. Order Sakura! What do you have to say for yourself, huh? Oh, my boss is not turning a cute girl after all. He looks just as ill-tempered as always, if not more. I've only just arrived in the office. You have to set my bag down and sit on my desk. But he's already given me an earful. He carried into the office the moment he heard me open the door. He must have been waiting for me to take my grand entrance like a fan eagerly waiting for the beginning of an IU concert. But unlike IU's loyal contingent of fans, my boss isn't holding a glow stick nor wearing a shirt with my face on it. If he was, I'd be pretty freaked out, not gonna lie. Instead, he's holding a cup of coffee in one hand and a scallop on his face. Judging by his expression, that's the way he's shaking. He'll spill that coffee if he's not careful. He's preparing himself to mother of all rants. I am so fucked. Well, don't just stand there going, oh, you gormless cretin. You know what you've done? Where is my apology? Oh, I'm sorry, boss. Sorry won't cut it, and you know that. Then why did you ask me to apologize in the first place? That's what I like to say. But I know I've given the circumstances, it'd be better not infuriate him further. My boss has never hit anyone before, though. Secretly, I think he quite like to, but the steaming cup of coffee in his hand is quite concerning. It would be very, very easy for him to accidentally slip in his rage and pour it all down my front. I asked you to get some photos for IU for an upcoming news piece, and you buggered it all up. Where are my photos, huh? I'm, sorry. There were a few technical issues, and the trains were delayed, and... That's no excuse. As a photographer, no. As an employee, it's your duty to see to it and that you accomplish all of your jobs regardless of the external circumstances. So the trains were delayed, so what? So you just use your head. Why didn't you hire a taxi? It was too late for that. The train broke down, I got in on time, but nothing. The boss slams a cup of coffee down my desk. A few brown droplets of scalding drink fly over the room of copy and splatter a stack of documents. I guess I'm gonna have to clean that up later. That is, if this desk is still mine by the end of the morning. The more my boss rants and waves, the more unlikely he's beginning to look. A few of my work colleagues have alerted by the noise because they're peeking at us curiously. One of my workmates gives me a sympathetic smile, the other looks coldly amused by my plight. I guess it's alright for them. It's lucky so-and-sos. I've had it up to here with you, Sakura. I've no need for an employee who can't do his job. You're a failure, and to cap it all off, you broke an expensive piece of company equipment. I stare at my boss. He could have deduced my failure to take the pics of you, given my failure to upload it in the cloud over the weekend. But how does he know about the camera? I haven't told him about that yet. I'm gonna save that bit of news till last. I thought I'd make him nice way to cap off his awful morning. Cherry on top of a shit Sunday, if you please. Somebody must have told him about the camera already. But who? Was it Marina? Did she really call my boss and beg for his pardon? If so, I commend her efforts, but my boss doesn't look all moved by her pleas. His face is getting redder by the second. I'm afraid he's going to explode like an overinflated weather balloon. When I heard that, I just about hit the roof. How can you be so careless? That camera's worth more than your life. Our deadlines have been pushed back because of your carelessness. How do you feel about that, huh? I look at my feet, my voice dropping to a whisper. I am very sorry, sir. What did you say? My boss leans in, cupping his ear with his hand. Speak up, boy. I can't hear you. I said, even more of my colleagues are watching me now. They're not even trying to hide their amusement. I bet they're all laughing at my expense. People could be so cruel. I'm very sorry, sir. Really, I am. I know my behavior was excusable. Indeed it was. Not only did you bring a hash of a simple job, but you also destroyed a piece of company equipment. I should have you fired for that at the very least. I should slow down because this is hurting my voice, but you know, I'm fucking it. Not really. But I'm a lenient man. Yes, boss, you're right. I have my desk cleared right away and... Wait, what? You heard what I said. My boss folds his arms, his expression sullen. You've worked at this company for 3 years. During this time, you've been a model employee. It's rare that I had a colleague get your case, unlike various other people in this room. My boss shoots a pointing glance at my few other coworkers who are still listening in, so I pose addressing down. Now that they realize most of the drama has passed, they seem to have lost interest. A couple of them blush, suitably chastity, just as they return to their work. While a few others pout and click their tongues. Did they want me to be out of a job? This office is full of vultures. In general, I have no real complaints with you. Last Saturday was an unfortunate blip, shall we say, and your otherwise spotless performance. If you are a newbie, I would be inclined to fire you over this. But I don't want to lose one of my valued employees out in the cold for a couple of mishaps. Then, does that mean... Yes, indeed, I'm giving you another chance, Ogasara, but you're on thin ice. Don't betray my trust again, or you'll be sorry. I don't like being made a fool out of. I'm gonna work you to the bone. Be prepared to put in the hours to make up for your atrocious blunder. Do you hear me? Oh, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I bowed deeply to my boss, cringing my own supercilious all the while. Only a few seconds ago, I was insulting this guy in my head and calling him an asshole. I'm so two-faced. Maybe the boss isn't quite as horrid as I thought. But he's still a businessman at the end of the day, and I doubt he'll make a call if he didn't have ulterior motives. Now I'm curious. What's going to happen to the camera? Will the cost be replacing with taking from my own wages? About the camera. It's a funny story, that. The boss massaged his quivering chin and thought. That would be standard company policy, but yes, but you can rejoice, Sakura. You must have a guardian angel. An angel, sir? Indeed, she called the office this morning when I got into work, and she explained the whole story affair to me. At first, I was incredulous. I thought it was some kind of prank, but she was very persuasive. Still, my boss shakes his head, bemused. I can't believe that you know Wasaki Maria. For such a plain, unassuming man, you got surprised amount of connections. Ah, so Marina did call my boss. It really that wasn't just talk. I don't know Marina all that well, but she's already done a lot for me, so I have to wonder if she sees me and how I'm going to repay her. How'd you get into her good graces, The two of you childhood friends? Oh, no, I've only known her for a day. Really? My boss snorts. Well, you must make quite the impression. She offered to pay for the equipment you damaged in full. She wired the money over to the company bank account shortly after the phone call. Water's good. She also told me that she's familiar with IU. She offered to set up a private meeting between you and her so you could take the photographs of her uninterrupted. What do you think about that? Once more words fail me. I stare at my boss in silence, slack-jawed in surprise, unable to articulate more than a handful of broken syllables. I clear my throat, then try again. Is this date of the meeting fixed? Yes, indeed. Miss Wagasaki put me through to Miss EQ's agency, and they are only happy to oblige. And I hit the fucking microphone cord. My bad. I keep fucking up my microphone. I am so sorry for anyone who heard that giant cracking noise. You'll be seeing Miss Yuki this weekend alone on our private beach in Okinawa. You'll fly out there, of course. Miss Wagasaki very kindly offered you to foot you to the bill. I'll mail the full details over to you later, but that's about the gist of things. You must be given an amazing opportunity, so don't screw this up. You have a chance to take as many photos of Miss Q as you want, and while you're at it, you might as well interview her. This could be your big break. Give it all your all. I won't accept anything less than 110%. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I bow and scrape my boss anew, amazed by the wealth of possibilities that laid on my lap. I'm going to see IU again this weekend on a private beach in Okinawa. No less. As a mere member of the Holy Poly, I've never been to a private beach before. I'm starting to feel like a celeb myself. Excuse me. Marina really has come through for me. Not only did she pay for the cameras I smashed, but she's managed to fix up my meeting between IU and I. My boss was right, for once. Marina is really like an guardian angel. She's dark-skinned, a fair-haired angel. Oh, I owe her. If not my life, then my job. My immediate future has been secured, but I can't afford to get complacent. There's still my meeting with IU to contend with. If I'm going to impress both Maria and my boss, I need to do my best. Now I've been saddled with all these responsibilities. I don't want to let anybody down. Wow, all these opportunities fell in your lap like a freaking care package. Imagine that, dude. I'm never that fucking lucky. I'm stupid. Ugh. Rest of my day goes by in a blur. I'm still reeling over my conversation with my boss, and nothing feels quite real. Thanks to my failure on Saturday, we managed to scramble and put together a few article in lieu of the one that I'll be suspended until next week. And I'm working overtime, and it's dark when I finally leave the office. Jeez, my boss is such a slave driver. You'd think he'd be a bit more considerate given my connections with the Nove Ricci. I barely had a chance to sit down all day. Time for drinking my sorrows away. Yawning, I check my phone. It's a little after 21 o'clock. Ugh, I should have been home hours ago. Oh well, I must be tired now, but my job's secure, and I have my weekend in retreat in Okinawa to look forward to. With a bit of luck, things will work out alright, and I'll get a bevy of photos that'll please my boss. That should put me in his good books. Maybe he'll even let me go home for a change. That would be a treat. For the present, however, I'm absolutely gagging for a drink. That might help soothe my nerves. With all this thought in mind, I board the train for a few stops, and I head to the same bar where I first met Marina. Well, it's true I want something to drink. Part of me is hoping I run into my benefactress once more. Unfortunately for me, luck is on my side. Oh, there she is again. Look at that. Marina's sitting at the bar, one tone line crossed like over there, like she was just during our first encounter. Her fair hair falls over her shoulders. She nurses a glass in one hand. When she sees me, she smiles, then waves me over. Why, hello, handsome. Fancy seeing you here. It's a small world. It's just a coincidence. I felt like dropping by on my way home from work. Really? Marina inclines her head with a knowing smile playing about her lips. That's funny. I was under the impression that your workplace was a good half an hour away, on the other side of the Sidma River. Surely there are bars closer that you could be frequent, if alcohol is all you want. I had business to attend to on the side of Sydney, that's all. Don't read too much into it. If you say so, dear. Marina laughs carelessly. I can tell by her tone she doesn't believe a word I'm saying. That's not very surprising. I don't believe a word of what I'm saying either. I'm such a terrible liar. Fucking bullshit comes out of my mouth half the time. Why can't I tell Marina I was looking for her? I appreciate everything she did for me, and I want to thank her. Truly I do. She saved my ass and my neck. But admitting that aloud, particularly in a crowded bar like this, would be embarrassing. God, I'm so stubborn. I went on my way to find her, but now I'm clamming up. I'm acting just like a little kid. Maybe Marina can read my thoughts. It hasn't been the first time I've pondered this, but she rests a hand against my own and says softly, It's alright, Hiroki. You don't need to tell me why you came here. I can tell. Am I that easy to read? Yes, indeed. Most men are. Don't take it too personally. Marina titters. You didn't need to thank me for helping you. Which is just as well, given the words thank you have yet to cross my lips. Maybe I need to lube up my throat with alcohol first. I helped you because I wanted to. You're a very interesting man, and I am awfully fond of you. Talking your boss around is easy enough. He's full of bluster, and it's all an act. His what the fuck is that word? Obstreperneousness. Melt away with a few choice words from you, yours truly. I can't read that. You did more than whisper sweet nothings in his ear. He told me you gifted a sizable chunk of money to our company, and you set up a private meeting between myself and IU. Well, what can I say? Marina shrugs. I have wealth and connections. It'd be a shame not to use them. Man, rich people are something else entirely. With enough cash, you could almost open up any door. I'm kind of jealous, to be honest. But more than that, I'm incredibly thankful. I can understand using your wealth and connections for your own sake, but why bother wasting on a loser like me? I'm a nobody. Now, I have less that self-defeating nonsense. Marina squeezes my hand with her own. You might consider yourself a nobody, but I find you quite intriguing. I like to dote on you, if I can, so don't worry your pretty little head. You say that, but I still have no idea why you want to dote on me. I've done nothing to deserve it, and we're virtual strangers. Why, do you say? It's simple. It's because you're cute. What? For a genius businesswoman, her reasoning is surprisingly simple. Is she going to elaborate on my supposed cuteness? Because I'm very curious to see how a member of opposite sex regards me. It might be a good learning experience. Your reactions are utterly charming, and you're so sincere. I couldn't help but be enticed by you the moment our eyes meet. You're like a special pastry in the window of a high-end bakery. Being with you is making me salivate. Oh, God. If I can use my influence to help you, I won't hesitate. It's a small price to pay you to see you smile, dear. Now why don't you stop grousing me and let me pamper you? Yes, Mom. I answer that flatantly without humor, which makes Marina laugh. I suppose I am mothering you in a sense, though I don't like if I'm being called that. If you want to show me a suitable measurement of respect, would you call me Madame? Or no, that sounds too formal. What about Mistress? Mistress? Yes, indeed. I quite like taking charge. Oh, God, that frickin' face! I'm dead, dude. If you want to show how grateful you are for my help, I prefer if you did it physically. I trust you have no objections. I stare into Marina's eyes. They're green, just like the jade earrings suspended from her neatly formed earlobes. The turquoise vest in her stretches across her chest. Marina's so attractive, I feel lightheaded. I have no idea how I got so lucky, but I'm going to be a fool if I refuted her advances. I'm already starting to get excited. Keep it in your pants. Alright then. We can keep it in. You can go back to your office. That's what you want. I guess I wouldn't mind either. I know I could be awkward. I'm not used to people doing favors for me. My own parents are pretty strict, so I got used to working things out on my own. I'm still not used to relying on others. So I find it hard to accept people's help. I'm bad at thanking people too, so it's hard to find the right words. But I really do appreciate everything you've done, Marina. I think you're wonderful. Well, isn't that sweet? Marina laughs, her voice sultry, and pushes against her bust against my arm. Thank you for trusting me with a bit of your backstory, Hiroki. I'll promise to take good care of you. You're special like nobody else. And I want to make you feel good. I'm going to jail! Oh, god damn. Wow. I'm back. Oh god, I'm back. Now, that was quite the workout. I feel invigorated. Don't you think my skin looks a little prettier? My cheeks are positively glowing. Love really is a miracle drug. I feel so much stronger now. Marina might be in a good mood, but I feel downright exhausted. I'm slumped on the floor of her office, boneless, as I was on Saturday night, more like a Sunday morning, wearing nothing but my underwear. My head rests on Marina's lap, my eyes focus vaguely upon her pretty face. She's had the propriety to put her business clothes back on after our tryst. I can't see much of her skin, but that hardly matters. I've already seen almost of her that is to see. Are you alright, dear? Marina runs her fingers through my hair, a contented smile playing about her lips. You're breathing quite heavily. I'll live, at least. I should hope so. I'm rather fond of you. I'll be devastated if you died so quickly. I haven't had my own fill of fun just yet. Then again, I should prepare for the worst. You humans are awfully fragile. I'm surprised you've been able to keep up with the pace for 2 whole nights. Few can say that. The fullness of Marina's thighs, coupled with her sing-song voice, is lulling me to sleep. But something about her words strikes me as rather strange. I blink up at her curious, my brow furrowed. What do you mean, you humans? Oh, you slept the bean slip. Oh my. Marina blinks innocently. Did I really say that? Yeah, you did. It was clear as day. You said you humans are awfully fragile. Now I must think about it. Marina hasn't said other things to that effect. Back then I shrugged off her words as amusing of an eccentric millionaire, but I'm starting to get suspicious. In fact, everything's happened this last few days about downright fishy. Bumping into Ayuki is surprising enough, but what about Marina? What about that girl on the train? And speaking of that girl on the train, if I gotta censor more, okay, now we're good. Marina wasn't joking. You smell incredibly good. Memory's a little hazy, but I'm sure she said that. She mentioned Marina's name. Who was she, and why does she know Marina? Something's definitely going on here, and I'm becoming an unassuming epicenter of a whole bunch of strange encounters, and now I want to get to the bottom of this. If anyone knows what's up here, it would be Marina. I just want to know. Excuse me. What's happening to me? Oh dear. Marina tuts. You must have too much to drink. Nothing's happened to you, other than the healthy amount of excitement. I've been having fun, it's true, but things aren't adding up. I'm a normal guy, but my life's distinctly abnormal ever since I used concert. I maneuver myself off Marina's lap in no small amount of effort, then shoot her a quizzical look. You're not the only attractive woman who showed an interest in me. IU seemed happy enough to cling about me before she got mad and called me a pervert. And then on the train on the work this morning, this weird girl started flirting with me. If you could tell, what she did was flirting. Strange girl? Did she have short blue hair? Yes, that's right. And was she wearing a very, very tight pair of shorts? Yes, they were so shamelessly short. By the sounds of it, you had the pleasure of running into Cosmos. Whoa. Cosmos? Is that the name of the girl on the train? I believe so, yes. Performing indecent actions on a busy train does seem like the thorough thoughtless she thinks she do. She has no common sense. None of this makes any sense. Before last Saturday, I seemed to repel a woman. My life's on a total of 180, and I have no idea what's going on. It's too much to be a coincidence. You're working yourself up into quiet lather, dear. Don't let it get to you too much. I'm not trying not to, but it's not like I take it in. You don't know what's happening, do you, Marina? I might have an idea, yes. Marina toys the lock of her silvery hair and her small smile playing about her lips. After all, I intend to keep quiet about all this. But I'm awfully fond of you and hate to see you squirm so. You've been a very, very good boy, so I can lend you on a little secret. Make sure you keep it to yourself, though. It's highly classified information that could shake the core of society as humans know it. Marina leans in as her lips inches away from my ear and whispers, the truth is, I'm a succubus. Name title drop! Let's go! And I'm leaving it there. So everybody, my name's been Avarice Puma. Sorry, cliffhanger moment. So tune in next time for next episode of Sakura Succubus. Enjoy these wet dreams of yours during No November.